Have you been wondering what you need to have for your YouTube setup? Maybe you're thinking about just starting a channel, or you're a new YouTuber or a small YouTuber and you're ready to up your setup game. I am sharing with you guys today my full YouTube setup and how I film my videos. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hey, hi, hello, my name is Lauren. I am so excited for today's video. I'm showing you the behind the scenes of exactly how I film my YouTube videos. In my last vlog, I actually shared with you guys how I kind of come up with a video idea and a title. So I'm gonna go ahead and link that one here for you if you wanna go and watch it first, or if you wanna watch it after this video, because I'm mostly going to be focusing today on my actual equipment that I have here in my office. Now, I'm a firm believer, guys, and I wanna preface this at the beginning and say that you don't have to start out with all of this equipment. But I will say that having high quality equipment will result in higher quality videos, which people are definitely looking for nowadays on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I do think you can do a lot of this stuff with your phone if you really wanted to, depending on what phone you have, and I might even do a video on that later down the line. But today's focus is mostly on the equipment that I use and how I do my whole process of making a video. So let's jump in. Just so you guys know, I will be linking everything that I mentioned in today's video, so if you want to go and check it out, I will have it linked down below in the description for you guys so you can easily go and find it. First things first, this is kind of my background that you guys normally see in my videos. And you'll notice that right now I'm kind of like holding my camera and moving around. That's because I'm actually filming on my vlogging camera. So this camera is actually the Canon G7X Mark II. I now think that they have a Mark III, so it's just kind of like a little bit of a higher quality, not much of a change, but I love this camera. It's been awesome for vlogging, or when I need to do like multi-angle shoots, or just in general for like getting different angles, and it's just so portable and easy to travel with. So if you're looking for a great camera to start out with, this is definitely one that I would suggest because it can be used for so many different things. I've also used it for actually filming regular sit-down videos too, and I know a lot of YouTubers who do that and end up going viral and like being amazing and having great channels. So I think this is an awesome starter camera if you're someone who's just getting started on YouTube. With it though, of course, I have to have a tripod, something to kind of hold my arm out like this so I can really extend you guys if I wanted to. I can literally move my tripod so that I can get an even kind of wider angle with you guys. Let's go and find a mirror. So this is kind of the angle we're gonna get for this camera because I'm obviously using it to film myself. But this is the Canon G7X Mark II, and then this is the actual tripod that I'm using, and it's just a Joby little ball joint tripod. It's been awesome. You can literally move it and change it so many different ways. Like these little guys hook around so much stuff, and some of them actually you can take off like this, so if you want to make it shorter or taller. So I have been loving this tripod. I've had it for so long. I think it was roughly $40, so I'll link it. But I also up here have this little tripod, which I believe is from Walmart. And this is a great alternative. I think this is a little bit cheaper, so it's not as nice quality, but it's got the same kind of mechanism where all of the legs can kind of twist and turn in different ways. So you can literally bend it and wrap it around things depending on what you are filming. And I think it's been really nice. It's got the little screw top here, so you could even do like a phone attachment to it and record with your phone if you wanted to. Speaking of other equipment that I keep up here on my top shelf, this is actually my little shelf system that I have above my desk here, and I keep some things that I don't use all the time at the top. But before I hop into what these are, I'm gonna go and talk about my actual DSLR camera first, so you'll kind of get an understanding of what I use those for. So this here is my DSLR camera that I use to film all of my sit-down videos. This is the Canon EOS 70D, and I have on it right now a 24mm lens. What I love about this lens, it's super thin as you can see. It's actually called a pancake style lens because it's super flat. This lens is great for getting a wide angle shot. So you're going to get more things in the frame versus like this. And what I love about it too is it has a really low f-stop. So that means that I can actually get a much blurrier background with this lens than I would say the kit lens that comes with the camera. So I do love this lens. I think it's great for what I'm filming, and especially for my sit down videos. This DSLR camera, why I love it so much is because it has a great flip out screen. So when you are actually filming on this, and I'll show you guys, you can actually see yourself in what you're filming. So that's just kind of a nice thing to have, especially if you're someone who is filming their own videos and you have a tripod situation like this. My camera, of course, does sit on a tripod. This tripod is nothing special. I'm pretty sure it just came from Target, and this part's actually broken, so I don't even move the height of my camera that much, but it does still give me the ability to move my camera like this, and I can tip it completely vertical, so my camera will go like up and down if I wanted to as well. There is a little bit of a spin, but not so much on here because I've kind of broken mine, but honestly it doesn't bother me too much because I don't really use it for that purpose anyways. But this is a really affordable tripod that I believe I got from Target. So again, I'll link one similar from Amazon or something along those lines that I think you guys would really find helpful. Now, if we're heading on back over to the shelf, because I think these are a little bit more important now that we know what camera I use. So I shared with you guys the other lens that I use, which is a 24mm. This is the one that I used to use and is quite honestly one of the best lenses that a beginner YouTuber or photographer can have, and it is the 50mm lens. It's honestly one of the lenses that's going to give you that blurry background effect that so many people love to have in their videos, and it's just such nice quality and for such a good price, guys. You can literally find one of these for roughly under $150. It is one of the cheapest lenses that you'll be able to buy for your camera, and it honestly provides such a good quality picture and gives you such a fun looking blurry background. So if you're looking for that kind of style, this is definitely a good go-to lens. I prefer to not use this in my office just due to the size, because then I have to have my camera further away and it just doesn't give me the look that I want. I want more of a zoomed out look. All right, so I have gone ahead and pulled down my two pieces that I like to use most for my audio. I think that when you are trying to improve your video quality, people don't care as much about what they're actually seeing through the camera lens as much as they do about audio. And you would be surprised. I literally will not watch a video if it's got loud, echoey, awful audio. And these are two of the best tools that I have purchased for my YouTube channel that have helped with audio and just making the quality so much better, you guys. The first was the Rode mic, and it actually sits on top of your camera like this. You can screw it into the top of the camera, and then you just plug the little cord into the actual side of the camera, and it picks up the audio while you're filming, so you don't have to worry about getting them separately and putting them together while you're editing. This is the Rode mic. I believe this is just one of the beginner basic ones. This has been awesome, and it's actually a really good Rode mic if you are a vlogger or someone who's going to be sitting really close to your camera. So if you've got a very wide angle lens, like a 10 to 18mm, kind of like Casey Neistat likes to use, then this is going to be a great mic for you. I, however, found that with the lenses that I like to use, like the 50mm and like my 24mm that I have on the camera, this doesn't always do the best for me because my camera's sitting farther away from me. So what I prefer to use is this little guy right here. This is my Purple Panda lapel mic, and as you can see, it's got the little microphone guy here, and you can actually clip it onto your shirt, sweater, whatever it is that you are wearing, and then it actually picks up your audio right next to your mouth. So the audio with this is super clear and crisp and just really great quality overall. And this thing is super long, so it can go for quite a while. And this little guy, I want to say, was under $30 on Amazon and was such a good investment that I seriously use every single time that I am filming a video. So these are my two choices that I like to kind of pick from when I am looking at how I want to do my audio for that video. Next up, I do have some little accessories over here I thought I would go ahead and share as well, because I think they're really important when it comes to creating content. The first is SD cards, and these are bad examples because they're actually only 16 gigabytes, but the one that I have in my camera and the one that's in my computer currently are much larger ones, and I think that having a larger one is definitely necessary if you're going to be filming a high quality video, that especially ones in like 4K or something. You're going to need a lot more storage space. Not to mention, you won't have to replace your cards all the freaking time because you run out of storage on this one while you're in the middle of your video. That's definitely something you want to keep in mind, but the SD SD cards are the ones that you put into your camera. If you're not familiar with what they are, that's how you actually store all your videos. And here, this is one of my favorite tools ever that I've purchased for my camera. This is a wireless remote, and this is actually how I take all of my thumbnails without having to set a timer every single time. You literally can take this, hide it in your palm. You literally like click and then go and hide it in your palm, and no one even knows it's there, and then it's just gone, disappeared, and you got a really great thumbnail picture. This is also really great for starting your video. If your camera is far away and you want to click the button to go ahead and start recording, you can set it up to do that as well. These are really inexpensive. I don't even have the Canon brand. This is just an off-brand that I got from Amazon, and they're super easy to set up, and this has been such a cheap but really good purchase for when I am filming and taking pictures and doing thumbnails and stuff. Moving on to my lights. And I'm gonna first start off over here with this softbox light. This is by the brand Limo Studio. You can get a set of 2 of them on Amazon for literally like under $80, and they're so great about lighting your video. If you're someone who is starting YouTube while you have a full-time job and you're coming home late in the evenings, having lighting like this is necessary because it's going to make a huge difference. I just want to show you guys real quick what this video would look like if I didn't have this lighting. So here's an example of how the lighting is when I have both my softbox light lighting my background and my ring light lighting my face. Now let's look at it without the lights on at all. This is exactly what my video would look like if I had 0 lighting and had to film my videos at nighttime when I get home from my full-time job. Huge difference, right? Now this is a little bit of a different story. I know this light looks like it's on, but I promise it's not. This is me facing the window, and it is, and right now it's 5:17 at night, which during the winter time, it's starting to get really dark, which is why I would not use this natural lighting when I come home from work, because it's already, the sun is setting. And if it's a cloudy or overcast day, you're not gonna get the same results as a nice sunny day. So window lighting is definitely a great way to go if you have it and you're at home and you're available during the times of day when the weather is nice and it's bright and you've got big windows and a great setup where your background doesn't look messy like mine and things are just kind of set out for you. For someone who, like me, has a full-time job and you are coming home and you're trying to film a video and it's 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night sometimes, you need some artificial lighting. And that's where the ring light and the softbox light come into play. Now this is the second light that I like to use whenever I'm filming my videos, and it is a ring light, and it came with a lovely little diffuser thing here so that the light is not super duper harsh on your face. I also got this from Amazon, just like I did with the Limo Studio lights as well, and this one did not come with the stand, so you have to be very careful because you have to buy the stand and then the ring light separate, and I believe I also bought the little cover separate so that it was actually diffused properly. But I will link these down below because sometimes they come in like little sets like that where all of them come together. This is a great purchase, and I'm gonna say that if you're going to purchase lighting, I would purchase this over this first, because this is really good at lighting up your face, and then this is just kind of like extra lighting. I think this does help. As long as you get the 2-pack of this, I think that they're also really good at lighting your face, but I would prefer this to light my face first because it's just so much better and it makes your eyes look really good. And it's great if you're doing like beauty videos or something along those lines. It's just nice and bright and like looks really good on your face in general. So yeah, don't forget to get the actual stand that goes with it. So I will be linking that one down below. This one's my favorite. It can be adjusted as well. It's got, woo, that's bright. It's got kind of the highest setting, and you guys totally aren't going to be able to see this like at all, but you can dim it a little bit. Don't even know if you can tell that that dimmed at all, but it did. So you can kind of adjust the brightness. Oh, you can tell that. You can kind of adjust the brightness and the dimming of the light to kind of your favorite. So when it comes to actually filming my videos and getting them ready and like starting my whole process, I first have to figure out what I'm gonna film. So I like to sit down maybe a couple days before I film the video, and I will go on YouTube. I use the TubeBuddy tool, and I have that link down below if you wanna go and check it out. I use that to help me figure out what kind of videos that I want to make, what videos are gonna do well on my channel, and then also getting ideas for titles and tags that I want to include in that that video. So I like to use that TubeBuddy tool because it just really helps me. And if you're a new YouTuber, that's also a really great tool to use. So what I really like to do is take a notebook, kind of like this one here, and I'll start writing out my plans. Everything from what I might title the video, any thumbnail ideas that I might have, what point of topics that I want to touch on in the video, any old videos that I can link people to in that video that they might be interested in watching next, or that they need to go and get more additional information from. All of those kinds of things that you might want to touch on while you're talking. So I normally do that a couple days ahead. And so like for this video, I wrote a list out in my notebook of everything that I wanted to talk about in here and just make sure that I mentioned to you guys. And of course I use a really cute little pen while I'm doing it because that's the fun part of planning. And then of course, and you guys know, this is my little office space. This is where I actually do all of the work of searching and all that kind of stuff. I've got my computer over here, and this is what I also, So once I've got my video kind of planned out and I know what I'm gonna film, now it comes time for the day that I'm actually going to film it, and I need to get me ready. So if it's a sit down video, I typically tend to like to try a little harder as far as how I look. So I will straighten my hair, I will make sure I have in like earrings, pick a nice shirt, I will do a little bit of my makeup, things like that to kind of make myself look a little bit nicer. Now if it's a vlog, I really try and stay honest and true about who I am and what I look like on a regular basis and what life is really like for me. So I try not to look too done up in those videos. But for a sit down video, it's a little bit different. So I will actually head to this little desk, which is right across from my regular desk, and get ready. So here's where I've got like my mirror, my makeup, my regular day-to-day getting ready things. And I sit there and I get ready, and then it's time to film. When it is time to film, a couple things need to happen. I first check my camera, make sure that the battery is good to go and that my SD card is cleared off and ready to film. So once I make sure that all that's good to go, then it's time that I can actually turn on the camera. So what I like to do is turn both of my lights on, get them adjusted how I like, and this is looking pretty good right now for me. So I think I'm going to move this over just a teeny bit, and then I want to put my camera pretty much as close to my ring light as possible, because that's where I'm going to be getting most of the light on my face. So I want to make sure that my camera is really close to it so that I'm not getting any weird shadows on my face as well. Most people will actually put their camera in the middle of their ring light. I don't do that as much anymore because honestly it gives me weird rings in my eye after I film a video. I honestly just don't do that now because I find that I like my ring light to be a little bit higher than my face and kind of tilt it down over me versus having it directly at my face, kind of like my camera is here. My camera will pretty much be level with where I'm sitting in my chair. So when you see it, my head will be somewhere right about there. And you'll even notice that on my chair, I put this lovely fuzzy blanket over top of it because behind it is just my not so cute, and well, there's a jacket on there, but my not so cute, just regular chair. So to make it a little bit nicer, I do put this blanket over top of it, and that's just kind of been my look for as long as I've been filming my videos. So that's just my favorite thing to do. I can then go ahead and turn on my camera, and I'll make sure that the angle looks pretty good. So this one's actually pretty high on here. So you guys can kind of see what I would see here. And I'm gonna adjust the angle just a little bit so that when I sit down, my head is roughly up here in this area because I don't want too much space above my head, and I also don't want too much space below me. So you've got to find that good medium spot right here. And then I would just go and sit myself down in my seat. And then just from my point of view while I'm sitting down here, this is pretty much what I'm looking at. I've got my camera here, and I've also got my ring light, and then I've got this softbox light going on up here. And usually my dog Charlie will join me. I think he just walked out the door. Oh, here he comes. My little puppy Charlie will join me, won't he, buddy? So one thing I'll need to do before I actually sit down and start filming is, of course, plug in my microphone and then hook this onto myself. For the sake of this video, I'm not going to untangle this disaster that I left it in last time. But I usually just weave it up my shirt just so that it's not showing a bunch of wire on me while I'm filming. So once I actually get it clipped on, it looks something like this, and then the microphone is really close to my face, so it picks up a lot of my audio. But you guys would not actually see the cord, because like I said, I do string it through like whatever shirt or sweater I'm wearing, so you guys don't see it. So once I'm sat down and I'm ready to go for filming, of course I have to grab my actual notebook where I wrote down everything that I want to mention in the video. Once I have that open and ready in my lap, I can press the record button over on my camera, and then it's time to film. Woo! So guys, that is pretty much it. I shared with you guys all of my equipment that I use to film my YouTube videos and my little process of what I do every time I sit down to film a video. If you guys enjoyed this, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel as well. You guys can do that by clicking the little red subscribe button right down below. And don't forget to turn on the bell notifications, because then you'll get notified every time I post a new video. And I know you'll want to go and watch them, right? Question of the day, you guys. I want to know what item is on your wish list to buy to help improve your YouTube videos. For me, it's actually buying another softbox light because I broke mine. But let me know down in the comments. I love to respond to you guys down there, so I can't wait to hear what you say. Right here on the screen, I'm going to link 2 videos that I think you guys will be interested in next here on my channel. Make sure to go and give them a watch. I know you'll love them. I will also leave for you guys my subscribe button, so it'll make it really easy if you want to subscribe to my channel. And lastly, I'm going to link my Etsy shop for you guys. I have a really cute YouTuber shirt on there if you're interested in checking it out. And without further ado, that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys!